Um, Before I start, can you just let me know, please, in the comment section, if you can hear me, because I've got a headset in for the first time. So I just want to make sure you can hear me, that's all. I am just setting up, so yeah, you'll have to just give me a few minutes to get myself prepared and post my things, post it to all my socials. It's been a long week and I'm absolutely shattered through work, hence why I'm having a nice little cold one. All good, DM, nice one. So you can hear me properly, yeah? Just because of this headset. Is the sound okay, yeah? Just let me know. We'll get the show on the road in a second. Let me just need to sort everything out and post a link to my Facebook, etc. And I'll be with you all. Just jumping on now. I'm live. Link below. I hate caps lock. Link below. Oh, we got 14 people on. Hi, Michael. You all right, mate? Hope you well, geezer. I'll join you with Desperado. Looking forward to this. Cheers, mate. It's been a long, hard week. It really has. Been rushed off my feet at work. Totally rushed. Right, I'm going to jump in the chat. So I've shared it. My dad says, all good, DM. Helen Carter says, yep, all good. Jay Clough, all good. Phil Miller says, I'm late. I know. Couple of little technical difficulties at the beginning. Dad said it sounds good. Mike Whitaker's in the house. Ben's there. Hiya, Ben. Are you okay, mate? I did message you the other day, but pardon me. I understand that you're probably a bit under the weather and that. But I hope you're all right, mate. Steaming Lion says, hello, Ant. Manchester Mudlarks at the computer. Hopefully we'll connect up. I hope so. Paul Greenwood says, only recently started following your content. It's superb. I'm originally from Flixton in Manchester, but moved to Warrington and settled down in 2013. Still have many links to back home. Well, you can never. I've come away from Salford, and I've moved out the area. Even though I can still access it quite well and easy enough, but I really do miss Salford. Really do miss it. I miss seeing my family down there. I miss the people, and I just miss that. You know, it's a place like no other. Salford's its own place, and it's got an atmosphere all of its own. So yeah, I miss Salford badly. Paul Ayala's in the house. How's everyone today? We're all good, Paul. Thank you. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a few coffees because it's probably morning. But you might be on the coffee, but I'm having a Desperado. So, yeah, time zones, eh? So we've got 21 people on at the minute. And what I will say is this is just the start of it, just having a quick chat with you all, and then hopefully get our guest on at about 7 o'clock. So yeah, we'll be able to fire your questions at me, at them, or both of us. The Manchester Mudlarks who will be on tonight, fantastic channel. They've, they're constantly dedicated to what they do, and they're always out and uploading videos, and they go live as well. But they've been nothing but good people to me. Been really nice to me. And, you know, it's about time that we actually met because we spoke for a while now. We've been speaking on and off for maybe 2-3 years through like Messenger and stuff. And it's just good that something like this can come out of it. You know, you can actually have a chat and a catch up with people that you've never even really met before. So it'd be great to have a chat with them, and great to have them on the what do you call it? A show, a channel? I don't know. So what I will do briefly, I'll just tell you quickly the plan going forward with this. Every Sunday, so obviously I'm doing one tonight, but after tonight, every Sunday going forward, I'm hopefully going to be having somebody on the channel as a guest. And what I want to do is I want to keep this up as a bit of a tradition on the channel now. So every Sunday we'll have somebody on, and it can be from any walk of life. So it could be an author, it could be an actor, it could be one of yous, it could be a YouTuber, it could be someone who's into music and a bit of a music chat, it could be a historian on Manchester, it could be absolutely anything. So if there's anyone that you'd like to see on the channel, and there's anybody that springs to mind, it doesn't have to be this big, you know, they don't have to have millions of subscribers on YouTube. It could just be someone who's a really interesting character and really clued up on a subject. And that's what I'm basically after, because I'm after interesting people. And the top and bottom of it being is that obviously this is my channel and I only want decent people on it too. So, you know, that's how I want to go. I'm not into this negativity. I know there's a lot of drama on YouTube in every aspect, from sports to urbex to absolutely anything. There's always a bit of drama going on, and this channel isn't based on that. It's based on positivity, and it's based on just people having a bit of a come together and a laugh. I mean, look at the chats going off now, and everyone's having a good chat and stuff. So that's what it means. That's what it's all about, and that's what you know. That's what basically I want to bring to the table with it. I want interesting people on it. So yeah, once every Sunday around 6 o'clock, I'll have a guest on, and it could even, like I say, it could even be one of you guys. If no one can make, you know, the live one night, or I get let down, I'll open the floor and I'll send you the link, and you can jump on and we can have a bit of a chat. Have like 10 minutes, and then maybe swap over to someone else and have another 10 minutes here and there. So yeah, that is the plan, and this isn't the focal point of the channel. Obviously, my videos will always take priority, and they will always be number one. But like I say, in the meantime, in the back, you know, in the background, I can be working on something like this, as it's just a bit of content for people, and you know, it's a way of engaging with the audience and getting to know you lot a bit better. So I'll just go through some of the chat here. We've got Cheryl West here. She says, hello from Wales, fellow Northerner now living in Wales. Lovely Wales, absolutely love it in Wales. So thanks for joining, Cheryl. Paul Ayala says, I got jets ripping out of the bass behind me, keeping me awake. Oh, God. Bet that's loud, mate. Paul Greenwood says, I live in Salford for time in 2008. I ran across the pitch at the Willows ground, not during a game. Sorry if I keep burping. Pardon me, I've got a beer with me, and it's pretty gassy. Morrison's Finest is in the house, my dad. Phil says, I'm not very interested. I'm sure you are, Phil. Sharon's on here. Sharon, you okay? Hope you're all right. Morrison's Finest is available for a small fee. Cheeky, innit? Some people complain too much. Hi, Steve. Hi, Anthony. Love Manchester Mudlarks. Follow them already. Brilliant, Laura. Well, you'll enjoy tonight then. Manchester folk are all decent. They are. They are. Days of Horror says, hi, Ant. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hiya, mate. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm just a bit tired this week. It's been a bit of a tough one in work. It's been exhausting. So I've got myself a couple of little beers. So yeah. Charlotte says, hi, Ant. Hey, Charlotte. I can see a white radiator. Did you run out of paint? You're saying. Basically, I got some radiator spray. Sprayed my radiators up, but I've not done that one yet. So that's probably next. Don't. If my girlfriend is this, honestly, she'll be saying, "I told you to spray the radiator." Laura says, "I'm the one who bought Mickey's boots, Sarah." Paul says, "Prestwich all my life. Some great places to explore in Irwell Valley. There is. There really is." Tony Andrews is on. Hiya, Tony, mate. Hope you're well. Says, "I am. Finally managed to make one of your lives. Hope you're doing well." I'm doing really good, mate. Thank you. Hope you are as well. Sharon says, "Good, thanks, Ant. Hope you're good too." Yeah, all good. Tracy says, "Having a beer, why not on?" I know. Is anyone else having a drink tonight? Or is it just me? Is it a bit too early? It's Friday, isn't it? Gotta have a beer on a Friday. I used to go out every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday when I lived in Salford. I used to ring my dad and ring my mate, Damo, and we used to go out on a Friday to the Red Lion on the Height, and we'd just be in there all night. And obviously, it's one of them pubs full of characters. I could have got some of them on here, couldn't I? But the Red Lion is absolutely full of characters. And then they have like a singer on, and we'd just be in there all night. And then Saturday, we'd probably do the same, watch United. Go out and watch United, and we go in the Wagon, which is further down, because there's 3 pubs on the Height. There used to be 4, but there's the Red Lion, the Weller. There was the Dog and Partridge, but that got shut down. And there is the Wagon on the end, and the Wagon has the football on. So we'd go into the Wagon, watch the football, and then walk back down to the Red Lion. But it used to be good, but it was rough all the time. Too much drinking. What colour have you done the radiators? It's gonna sound really, really odd, this, but they're like a matte black, and we've recently renovated the house. Like, we bought a house last year, this house, and we've renovated it because it was like a 1950s house. It's really old, and I did them like a nice matte black colour. It sounds like something from Adam's Family, doesn't it? But it's actually not. I think it looks all right. Your girlfriend has the same tone of voice as my wife, Lorraine. Laura says she doesn't drink anymore. Days of Horror says, "Got a brew in my hand if that counts." Yeah, of course it does. Nice cup of tea. I was going to have a brew actually, but I just find that a beer takes the edge off things, doesn't it, a little bit? And I've held back all week. I've been good, and I've not had a bottle or anything. So I always like to save myself at weekend. Are you doing a Halloween vlog? Sharon's asked. Really good question, Sharon. Yeah, I will be. Possibly. The way that I film, it's going to take me weeks to put together. So, knowing that it's at the end of the month type thing, I'm probably going to have to get out soon and film it, which will be the Pendle Witches. I've got a bit of a plot in my head and how I want to do it, but I'll have to just see how it goes, really. But yeah, Pendle Witches will be a good Halloween. I don't really like doing a Halloween special. I like doing something a little bit different, but I've been meaning to do the Pendle Witches one, and I think it's a really good time of the year to drop a bit of a creepy one, really, and that just ticks all the boxes. Pardon me. Paul Greenwood, "I'm happily polishing off a German beer. Good lad." Phil's on the Malibu and Coke. Very fancy. Richard says, "Looking forward to some more of your monkey magic in the future." And yes, definitely have a drink tonight. Thanks a lot, Richard. I've got loads lined up, and I'm actually out. If I'm not out tomorrow, it'll be Sunday, but it's going to be definitely this weekend. I've got something lined up that is absolutely just so strange. And it's like a bit of it's basically, the video is going to be down for you lot to try and solve it, because it's blew my head. It's absolutely blew my head off. And it's only like 10 minutes away from here, or 5 minutes even. But I need to see how much is there to film, because if there's not enough, then I've got 2 more that I can actually fit in with it and make it like a bit of a longer video. Where are we in the chat here? I'm shocked you're drinking Desperado. Where's the black stuff? I know. Do you know what, mate? I didn't want to be too bloated, like on the live. And when I have a few Guinness, especially sat at home, if I'm not in a pub sat up or like in the pub or stood up somewhere, I get bloated and I almost start nodding off. I get a bit. I think I'm getting a. I think age is kicking in a little bit now, and I get too relaxed, and I'm like nodding on the sofa, and I don't want to be doing that in a live, do I? So I thought this is like gassy, and it's going to keep me awake. Where are we? So Jay's having a drink too. Good lad. Some quality pubs in Salford. The Eagle. The Eagle's a belting pub, mate. Absolutely brilliant pub. Yeah. Or the Lamp Oil. Yeah, top pub. Yeah, I agree. And there's a venue down there now, isn't there, as well, like a music venue. Paul says, too early for beer, but not a Bloody Mary. Very, very true, mate. Very true. And I'm over in Pendle tomorrow evening with a small group now. If it goes ahead and the route looks interesting, let me know if you're up for it and we can do a sort of club. Nice one, mate. I'm actually out. Like I said, I don't know if I'm out tomorrow, all depending, like if I've got enough content. But thanks anyway, mate. Did you watch MH Pendle again a few weeks back on YouTube? No, I didn't. You'll have to send me the link to that, Laura. Yeah, my dad says King David Hartley would be meant to do. Absolutely, mate. Tracy says, oh, Pendle Witches would be a good one. Go for it on. I will, don't you worry. Mudlarks say they have a ghost hunt coming up. Brilliant. We'll speak about that soon. I'll be asking you some questions. Paul Ayala, Pendle Witches sounds interesting. Just out of curiosity, Paul, obviously you're in the States. Have you ever heard of like anything like the Pendle Witches? I know it's a very northern thing here, and it's like in the sticks basically in England. But have you ever heard or read anything about anything like that? Just curious to know if it has spread that far, the story. Days of Horror, yeah, no, and I mean, tomorrow goes well. I'm going back in October. Oh, right, okay, mate. Yeah, okay, no problem, mate. I thought you meant let's go tomorrow, and I thought I've got something planned, but yeah, that sounds good to me, mate. Cheryl Silcock says, love a drink in the Oakwood on Lancaster Road. I've never been in there, to be honest, Cheryl. Mo started. Oh, right, okay, yeah, I'm with you. Mo started. I mean, it was great when they did we're at Pendle again. I haven't heard of the tale or story. Right, okay, no problem, Paul. Well, it'll be a bit of an eye opener for you. It'll be brand new, even though it's like hundreds of years old, the story. But it's an absolute. If you ever get time, just jump on and type in Pendle Witches like UK, and yeah, it's very, very strange, mate. Really strange. Where are we? Northern England's answer to Salem witch trials, my dad said, Paul. So, yeah. It came after the Salem witch trials, which was all because King James. I was so paranoid about them. And then Tracy says, the Salem witch trials. Sorry, I can't see because of the heart. The Salem witch trials. Oh, sorry. The Salem witches and the Pendle witches have similar backstories. Very true. Pardon me. Pendle Witches was around 1612, I think. And then Paul says, I'll look it up. So, like I say, tonight will be about having the guest on, which is the Manchester Mudlarks, someone that I've been in contact with for about 2 to 3 years. We've helped each other out. They actually gave me a drone as well, which was really, really kind of him. And we'll chat about the drone soon. And I did a voiceover on one of their videos at Blitz Beach, I think it was. Was it Blitz Beach? I can't really remember off the top of my head. But we'll have them on for a chat, and they've got, a brilliant YouTube channel there. And if you don't already, please go over and give them a sub and check out the channel. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And in the meantime, well, what are we on, like nearly 5 to 7. Yeah, it was Blitz Beach. Yeah, it was. That was a really good video, that, and I think in Blitz Beach. I'm waiting for a friend of mine because he's desperate to go. And a friend of mine is fascinated by the war. And given that all this place was blitzed during the war, he said, "Do you want to go?" And I thought, you know what? If I go, I'll get a video out of it too, because it'll be brilliant to go and film. And I'm really, since obviously seeing your video, it's made me like, wow. I'm blown away by it, and I can't get my head round how much history's actually just scattered on that beach. Unbelievable. Days of Horror says Blitz Beat was amazing. If not a bit era, yeah, Days of Horror has been there too. He did a great video on it, Blitz Beach. Did you ever see him all start with Happy Mondays? Great laugh. My wife Lorraine is laughing at you burping, and wants you to do a massive burp, please. No way. No way. I came on the other night for 2 minutes just to connect, make sure that the connection worked with Manchester Mudlarks. And then after the went, I got talking about the markets on Salford Precinct and the food hall. And for some strange reason, right, I really don't know why I said this. I was going on, I said that, there used to be a butcher's in there, and there was a fishmonger's and a cafe. And I said, I meant to say my mum and dad used to get me school uniforms from there and stuff. And I blurted out my mummy. You know what I mean? Like, I've never called my mum in my life, my mummy. And I felt so embarrassed just saying, oh yeah, my mummy used to buy me clothes off the market there for school. But yeah, I blurted that one out, so I won't be blurting out a big burp, unfortunately, either. Julie Wilson's in the house. With Paul Ayala, that sounds really interesting as well. Julie Wilson, my friend's mum, grew up in Ireland, and she would always tell us stories of Ireland. I'm hopefully going over to Ireland next year. I want to do a bit of an island hop around. Well, not an island hop, I should say. A bit of a tour of Ireland, and then move on to Scotland and go around the islands. The tiny islands that are sort of dotted around at the top. There's a beautiful, beautiful place. And it's a tiny island just off like the top near the Isle of Skye, Isle of Mull way, and it's called the Isle of Iona. If you ever get a chance, Google it. And all it is a little, basically, island, and there's a row of shops and a little pub, and that is it. And it's how can I put it? You ever seen like The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio? How it was like a paradise island, and the water and everything, the sea was just absolutely pure because it was untouched by any pollution, and it's like that. It's like Scotland's version of the beach. Brilliant, honestly, absolutely brilliant. Where are we? Shuck TV Paranormal. Hi, Amy, are you okay? I hope you're well. Thank you for coming on. I'm watching, just getting sorted for an invest tonight. Hope you're well. I'm very good, thank you. Hope you are too. And good luck with tonight. Hope you get what you're after, basically. If you're ever looking for someone to go and have a bit of a scout about paranormal video, Shuck TV Paranormal with Amy on it is absolutely brilliant, and she puts a lot of effort into the history too, which is, we share a bit of a mutual obsession with the Victorian period. But like I say, another person who's always had kind things to say and always helped the channel and got behind it, and I'll get behind hers too, because she's a really, really nice person, dead genuine, really genuine. So yeah, head over there, Shadowhunters TV. So I hope you have a great night, Amy. Let me just jump back in the chat. So Isle of Man's a great place to visit. I'd love to go, mate. I have to check out the Isles. Planning on going to the TT on the Isle of Man. You'll love that, Paul. I've got a friend who lives in the Isle of Man. He's got a YouTube channel, and he jumped in the chat. I hope he comes on tonight. It's called Slurpy Dave, and his channel is absolutely brilliant. He lives in the Isle of Man, watches all the TT every year there, and he's basically, his channel is drinking beers on the island and reviewing them, and telling you the best places to go on the island for, if you wanted to grab a couple of drinks, maybe something to eat. And his channel, he throws a few jokes in along the way, the proper dad jokes. But I've actually met him. He came on a bit of a trip on a canal boat at the back of my house, and he said they're like pulled up on the canal boat, and he said, we're in a Marple. He said, do you fancy coming for a beer and meeting me? So I went over and had a pint with him. But he's a top fella, and he's from Salford too, but he's moved to the Isle of Man. Yeah, lovely, lovely fella. Where are we? Paul, we'll check that out. Days I'll send you the number, mate. Thank you, Ant. No problem, Amy. Tried to get on their website. Paul says, I'm a subscriber to his channel. Good information. Yeah, he really is. He's a brilliant fella, mate. And I'm sure if you ever went over there to watch the TT, come and meet you. But I might actually see, in the next few weeks, if he's free, I might have him on and see if he wants to come on for a bit, and we can have a good chat with him, can't we? And I'll get a few beers in that I've never had before. He can get some beers in, and we'll review him there and then. But it'd be great to have him on. I love history, and it's all paired with paranormal, even better. That's from Laura. So, like I say, tomorrow, I think, depending, tomorrow I'll be out filming. And I'll give you a bit of a clue. Can I share my screen on here? Don't think I can. Basically, there's a grave up near me in Marple, and there was this really, really high ranking. How can I put it? It's a Freemason, right? This really, really high ranking Freemason, and he basically, there's a rumor that he weren't just a Freemason. He was in with loads of other like Masonic lodges and stuff like that. He was in deep, really deep with these, as a Freemason. I don't actually know off the top of my head what he'd be classed as, because I'm not into that kind of thing. But basically, this Freemason, he the rumor has it that he was connected to the church, and in the bell tower, he was in the bell tower for some reason. And there's a myth or sort of urban legend that he was pushed, or he fell, to his death, and he fell out of the actual church and died. But he was in ill health as well, and he's basically got this really, really strange grave, right? And it's inscripted, and it's called a cipher grave. So it's basically this grave that is written in code in, I think it's called Pigpen. I could be wrong, but I think it's called Pigpen. And it's like a code. And there's all sorts of symbols on the grave. And there's also like this golden sort of brass piece of metal attached to the grave that almost looks like a Illuminati type thing. But what I want to do in the video, I'll revive the history on it, then I'll go to the actual church, and then what I sort of want you guys to do, I'll put everything on the screen, but I want you to try and decipher it if you can, because it's blew me head. I can work out a tiny bit of it, and I've asked my dad to have a look at it, but it's really strange. And even when he was buried, I think he was buried with like all of his treasures and his possessions, and they're all locked, obviously, in his casket. They're buried with him, and they're all locked. I think there's even a code to get into his coffin. It's so bizarre, and I haven't got a clue for the life of me what he must have been hiding. If it's all these codes, he's obviously trying to keep something a bit of a secret. But yeah, I couldn't believe it when I read it. I thought, wow, how strange is that? But the strangest part of it is the actual grave. When I show you the grave, you're going to go, what the hell's going on here? Need a link on email. Okay, just bear with me 1 minute. Sarah, I've just sent him the email. I've sent it to his email address. Just ask him to check his email. If it's not in his email, it might be in his junk. If not, I have sent him a link through his phone as well. Just let me know if you can get on it, Sarah. So yeah, that's basically like it. But it's so strange because there's another 3 mysterious graves in Stockport alone that have such really weird inscriptions on them, and they're in plain sight. Everyone can see them, everyone can visit them, but no one's really documented it. No one's actually been and filmed these graves, and no one's really. There's theories online about how people have deciphered it, but I don't think they're right. I really don't. My dad says it'd be great to have Slurpee on it. Yeah, it would. Ant, have you read the Matthew Hopkins biography, The Witchfinder General? It's really interesting. Got the pin for the spot where the gallows were hung. No way. No, I haven't read that, Amy. If you inbox us it, will you just send us a message with it on, and I'll have a look at it. Thank you. Interesting. We have a lot of buildings associated to Freemasons. Yeah, crazy. I might freeze for a second, but I've just got to send a link again. I'm just going to send a link again, and yeah, just bear with me 1 second, please. Add guest. Copy link. Should be back on. There we go. Can you all see me? Just so I'm not speaking to myself. Just let us know. I'm a bit thingy now. I'm like this. Am I back? Am I not? See ya. Brilliant. So I'm here. Brill. Where are we? DM back on. But yeah, I'm here now. I'm here. Don't worry. I've not gone anywhere. Steaming Line says, Auntie, you're not going to say hello to Mummy. We won't go there, mate. We won't go there. Right, I'm back. Brilliant. I'm back on. So yeah, like I said, I've got that lined up. Possibly 2 or 3 more videos. 2 or 3 more graves that I can throw in with it, with interesting stories too. My live's frozen for some reason, so let me refresh this. Yeah, so there's that. I've got loads more lined up. I've got, like I say, I've got the Pendle Witches one. I've got. I shouldn't really give them away because people might start doing them, mightn't they? And I've got one. Obviously, I played you a little clip the other night of the one that I've been editing in the background, which is of the chapel. So yeah, there's plenty lined up along with the lives. So like I say, if you think there's anyone interesting, either with a story to tell, there might be an expert in the field that they're in. Okay, hang on, just power up. Can only join on the phone. Oh, no way. Sorry about that. If you need me to resend the link, I can do, Sarah. So hopefully we should have the Mudlarkers on in a second. And they can help me out in the chat. I'm going to end up going through all these beers, aren't I? Right, so we've got the Manchester Mudlarks waiting in the room now. I'm going to bring them on. So if you've got any questions to ask, anything like that, and before they come on, I will try and keep my eye on the chat as well, so I don't miss anybody. So let's add them. Hello.
No.
Are you okay?
It's so hard. We're so used to being on the computer. No.
Are you okay?
It's so hard. We're so used to being on the computer. No.
Are you okay?
It's so hard. We're so used to being on the computer. No. It's so hard. We're so used to being on the computer. No. It's so hard. We're so used to being on the computer. No. It's so hard. We're so used to the computer. No.
I think. Can you hear me now? I just think they were on loop. I don't know if they had it on playing on their YouTube as well. I'm not too sure. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Let me just send the link over again to him. This is what happens when you go live, isn't it? Share. This is what happens all the time. Live for you, innit? Hey, that's what happens when you go live. I've just resent them the link, so hopefully they can jump back on. Burnt my ears out, that. Right, let's try again. Fingers crossed this works. Fingers crossed. I'm not going to say anything. There we go.
Hang on 1 second. Very quiet because you're very quiet. You're very quiet. We can't get a chat. How do we get a chat off?
Yeah, these mobile phone things are really hard.
Oh, it's awful. Can you hear me?
We can see a chat on the monitor. Normally we do it on the computer, but
Yeah.
that thing you said doesn't work on the
Does it
PCs.
now? Oh, no way.
It says, I don't know what you're doing.
I know.
Can you say something?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You're very quiet. It might be.
Brittany?
Can you hear me now? Is it a delay?
Yes,
Can you hear
What's
me
the
okay,
delay?
Sarah?
but I can't hear him on that.
Can hear me.
Hello?
Say something.
This is great, isn't it? This is
I know.
live.
It's live, isn't it? This is
We're
what
experts,
happens.
you know.
This is very.
I know.
Phones.
Do you know what? I actually tried that link that you give
I put
us.
the app in this and get out.
And I needed, well, I tried to download that app, you know, not the app, sorry, the software.
Free streams on that.
Yeah, and my computer, I think it needs a massive update. Even though I can edit, I'm not clued up on computers, honestly. I can only edit, and that is it.
So because we've got like microphones, mixers, everything here, and we're going to be on our main screen. Like,
But I can't press any buttons. I'm not allowed to press any buttons.
You know.
So turn everything off. Yeah.
Next time you can come on our live and you'll see the difference.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And I only got in touch the other day, but I'm honestly, thank you so much for coming on. So I'm sure there's plenty of people on here that know about your channel and what you do, but can you just give them a bit of an overview of what your channel is about and what you do?
Tell them about the channel.
I'll do
the run you through the whole story.
I love a story, but I'm going to condense it a little bit.
Okay.
Right. So in the and I don't know if you remember, a few years ago, you did a video with your dad down at Agecroft House.
Yeah.
Remember? And you
Yeah.
found that bottle dump.
Oh yeah, at the back.
That was
Yeah.
we used to dig there in the 70s, and it was
Right.
a massive Victorian dump then. And I asked you for directions to it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And you gave the worst directions that I've
Yeah.
ever had.
So,
Place
I'm telling
anywhere.
you,
One way round.
my
Yeah.
geographer.
We went on your video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad will tell you my geography. Honestly, I get lost going to shops sometimes.
Yes,
It's
I can
awful. It's
I can
awful.
thoroughly believe it because we walked everywhere, right? So anyway, we found it, and that was we had been doing mudlarking prior to that, but I thought, well, you know what, I'd go and revisit that little bit of a dump that I used to dig with my dad.
Yeah.
And on that dump, my dad dug this up
Wow.
in the 70s. So
Wow. So what is that? What is that?
that's called a torpedo bottle, and it was one that he didn't stand up because it needed to keep the cork wet.
Wow.
But I think it was because it was fizzy. If I remember, someone could correct me. I don't know.
Right. So what
year
year is that? What sort of year is that, Sarah?
I think that is about 1900s.
Is it?
I could listen. There's people that are experts more than me, but yeah.
Wow. It's beautiful as well, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cleaned well because my dad cleaned it. I don't clean my bottles that well.
Can you imagine trying to stand up when you're drunk?
Yeah.
Imagine getting your fizzy water in that now.
I know.
Yeah, so anyway, we started on rivers and streams. We thought, you know what? We watched a few YouTubers. We thought we could do that.
Mm.
You know, thinking that it'd be dead easy, but it's actually a lot of hard work.
Well, you do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yours are different to
Yeah.
ours. You do a lot of work into yours. But people don't realise how hard it is because when you're the presenter, the editor, everything. You do a hell of a lot more than we. We just go and
film what we do.
all the camera work done to me. I make sure the camera work in place and everything works well.
As you can see, I'm not the technical one.
Sarah normally messes all that when I go to try and finish the plan. It's a bit like your directions all over the place.
Yeah, very much so. So anyway, so we go just searching for bits of history on dumps or around rivers, or I mean, in August we were on the Thames, and we found a lead soldier on the Thames.
Wow.
Well, Mick found that actually.
Wow. God, that's amazing, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, we find all those lead things like that, like soldiers on horses.
Yeah, but Manchester, there's so many old dumps in Manchester, and a lot of them have been built on, but there's quite a few that haven't. We don't dig, right? We're not diggers. We're lazy. We just look on the surface. All the hard work is done by the bottle diggers, and without them, we wouldn't have anything to find because we're not going to dig holes, because you're not really supposed to.
Right.
And we just go collecting all sorts, like bottles, and as you know, all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
Little bits of history.
Yeah,
Bits of the past. That's a poison bottle.
Yeah, that's what fascinates me. Is like it's literally history underneath your feet, isn't it? And you're basically like retrieving items from under the ground that have been sort of discarded or lost, and you're thinking, God, they tell a story. Each one has a story to tell. You know, it's unbelievable.
I mean, I found in the river a full pipe.
Wow.
So that's floated down the river, and that says Old Lang Syne on it. I don't know where you can, isn't it? Sorry.
So do you reckon that could be like off one of the navvies when they were doing the rivers or something, or
1800s?
That was in York. That was on a Yorkshire river. That one
was it?
Just washed out the bottle dump further upstream.
Sometimes you still find the tobacco inside it as well.
Wow. God,
bits of history. But there's urbex, isn't there? There's like no limit. And when they've gone underground in Manchester, they found old bottles, old beer bottles, and things like that. So,
yeah. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen him recently. I speak to him quite a bit. He's a good lad, Mitch, and he's some of the stuff he's found. God, it's like it's unbelievable.
We saw him on one of the dumps. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, we told him one to go to that we go to regularly, and when we turned up, he was there. So.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but your history is everywhere.
So, what made you take the plunge into doing YouTube then? Was it? Did you just like sort of bite the bullet and say, let's do a YouTube channel and like go for it?
Well, Mick loves cameras and the technical side, and I'll just do anything. I don't know. He thought I would be okay because to be the chatty one.
At first, he wouldn't speak. I said, "You've got to speak on the camera." I said, you know, I can't stand there saying, "Sarah's just gone to get a bottle." I said, "You need to take the camera and speak." I said, "Just grab the camera and speak to it like it's your best friend, and that's all you got to do." And everybody relates to her that way now because they all think she's speaking to her. She gets a lot of requests, but we said she's speaking anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I've been told to shut up. Oh gosh, yeah. I have been told to shut up.
I think you do a brilliant job, and like you're presenting it the way that you do it, and you tell the stories. I just think you're proper natural, you know, doing like you say, speaking to it as if it's your best friend. That's really good advice. I mean, when I first started doing my videos, I was behind the camera because I thought it's not about me; it's about what I'm filming. But then people were saying you should go on, and you know, it'll add a bit more to your video, and people want.
It's a connection.
And I was always a bit hesitant about going on camera, but I'm glad now because obviously people engage more with you, and you feel like you're more a part of the video and the story. So, I totally get that you didn't want to go on it, but yeah, I understand that it's for the best and it's for the good of the channel as well, isn't it? So, out of all the places that you've visited, all the dumps that you've been to, which one stands out?
Oh, days there. Get your jacket on, we're out today. Closest dump. Starlight Hotel.
Oh, no, I believe it.
Which one? Have you both got the same sort of favourite spot, or do you both have different spots that you like to go to?
Well, I always wanted to go on the Thames, and you have to get a license to go on the Thames. So I got the license, and I went on the Thames, and it was such a disappointment.
It's very slow, the Thames.
Really?
Hard to find stuff there.
Yeah, it's really hard to find things. And you've only got a really short window before the tide comes back in again.
Right.
It just wasn't super exciting.
And people forget about it because we went down there with other mudlarkers, and it's only that they shouted at us, we would have got cut off and we wouldn't have been able to get back out again.
Yeah. It's quite dangerous.
Yeah. Really got cut in there, like, you know. 2 mudlarkers drowned today.
Yeah.
On the Thames.
Fools they are. The local one, which obviously we don't give locations away, but there's a local one that's really been quite productive for us, to be honest.
We've got some interesting stories, like we know a few paranormal people in the channel here. We do paranormal ourselves. We was in a dump one day, and we took one of Sarah's friends, another bottle digger, and I went up to her and spoke to the other, and she said, "Who's Sarah talking to?" And I said, "No one. She's not talking. No, it's only me, you, and Sarah here." She said, "I saw Sarah talking to some guy in a red jacket." So where Sarah was down a hole, she said she saw someone standing there.
Right.
And she said to Sarah, "Who was that you're speaking to?" She said, "I'm not speaking to nobody."
No.
You know, just apparently somebody was standing there in a red jacket.
God, it's strange, isn't it?
Get me into trouble. That's what that was.
Somebody trying to go through the diggers might be there, and they won't be there once it gets started. They get out. Some of them say, "We're not going to be here." Once it gets started, we're out of here. Like, it's spooky. I think one of them had somebody say something to them or something.
Yeah, they did. That was an apple dump, wasn't it?
He's digging away, and somebody said something to him. He turned around, there's nobody there. So they can be spooky because there's a lot of history, tons of history in there.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that. You know, like the Blitz Beach one. Didn't you capture a voice on Blitz Beach as well?
Oh, I think we might have done.
We get that quite a lot. I think there's some voice when you was talking.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I think the same dump, Black Apple dump again, when Sarah was walking with the camera, there's a lady's voice singing. Very quietly.
Clearly not me, because it would not sound like that. Definitely not me.
Yeah, Blitz Beach is one I really need to go to because I've just said before, I've got a friend who's really interested in the war, and he couldn't believe it when I think he's watched the video, and he just said, "I can't believe there's such a stretch of the beach that is just it's absolute." I mean, is that come from all the houses and the shops that were nearby, or the sort of pit them all up?
Well, it comes apparently from Liverpool. It came from. That's where
from Liverpool. There's
so much damage there. They just had to find somewhere to put it. That's where it apparently comes from. But we did find bricks there that was a bit after the war.
Yeah, there's a bit of a mixture from the 50s as well, but the bulk of it is from then. But there's like marble.
When they did Blitz in Liverpool, all the bricks just sit down, all that rubble, because they had nowhere to put it. Some of it they sent off to America for foundations.
Wow.
Just plunked there, like, you know.
Wow.
Foundations under America there.
Sorry, I was just looking at the chat.
No, yeah, Sarah, if you want to jump on the chat and answer some questions, I mean, if anyone's got them as well, just fire away because I think they're interested in what we're actually talking
All right.
about.
Well, Amy said her and the little lad went parking at Park Bridge in August, wherever that is.
I don't know where Park Bridge is.
I don't know. He's only 10 and fascinated by it like me. Well, we do keep saying to Amy, come with us. But it's, it's finding that time, isn't it, to meet, You know what it's like. It's, life takes over and,
of course.
you're busy. You're busy
we
all
know
the
Amy's
time.
busy because he's filming all the time.
She is,
It
yeah.
must be hard. We've done a few ghost videos ourselves, and we're out at 3s and 4s in the morning, and it can be quite tiring when you get up the next morning. Like, so imagine what she does, like quite tiring.
And we've had voices, on the paranormal ones that have been unbelievable. We if it was somebody else who's put it on there as a channel, we wouldn't believe what we heard on ours. Right on top of the mic, and it's just proper speaking, not crackly. Proper speaking.
And you only hear it when you're editing it back as well.
Yeah.
You don't hear it at the time, and then I've had it myself where
there was one that was very, very, very clear. It was as if they were right on top of the mic, and they spoke, and it was as if they were closer than they were right on it. They were right on it.
We as one of the women, I think my son was there with us, and my son turned around and said, "Did one of you just say F off?" And we said, "No." I said, "No." But on the recording, we went back. I could hear a lady's voice saying F off.
Wow.
You can actually see the videos there. You can sit.
You hear it though. You don't. It's not like that thing people put up. It's like a cackle. You think I didn't hear anything.
The music in the background. And then the last one we did one in Cold House 4. There are quite a few things in Cold House 4.
So
that's separate to Mudlarking. It's hard. It's hard work Mudlarking, especially finding new finds every week. Because if you think you've gone across somewhere, you've got to go back again and hope there's something else there. That's why we need the bottle diggers, because they dig the holes for us.
Yeah.
So they get a shovel and throw it, but then whatever they throw, there's all these small bits are inside the shovels they're throwing.
Plus, as well, you've got in this. Is it better in the winter to do because the ground's more soft and it's rained and stuff, or is it?
Well, you know what? You have different things in different seasons. So the winter, you think, oh, great, all the nettles are going to die.
Yeah.
But then all the leaves fall off, so you can't see anything. And then the ground freezes over. And then you pray for the sunny weather. The sunny weather just makes everything grow. You can't see anything. It's just like ripped to pieces. I've had 29 bites on one leg before now.
Wow.
Let me tell you, we go through
it. You are, definitely. So I bet when I was looking at your channel and that before, and when you first started out, did you ever envision that you'd have over 1.5 million views on your channel?
We do have
views. Yeah, in total.
Listen, we got excited when we used to get 50 views, on a Monday.
I was message says like two people looked at our video.
Yeah. That's what it's like when you first start out, because you obviously put it out there. No one knows who you are. There's no sort of connection to anything, and you're just putting it on YouTube. And then, like you say, I've had 10 views in a week, and you're like really happy with it, But then to actually get, say, 1.5 million accumulated through all your videos, you know, one thing like about your channel is you constantly post and you're constantly trying new things as well, like all the places that you go to. And you're really dedicated. It's something I wish I could do more often, but you're so dedicated, like with your lives as well. You go live and you interact playing, you play your cards right. And I just think it's a great channel because you're always doing something all the time, and it's just, I just wish I could dedicate that much time to do, but
it is hard.
I can imagine.
We both work as well, so we work all week.
Yeah,
like weekends like now we get together to go and do something. So we got a couple of videos that are on YouTube already there, ready to go. I think you got all your Halloween craft.
I've recorded all my craft videos now up till Christmas, so.
Because you do the craft,
and they're on YouTube.
Yeah, so you do the crafting as well, don't you, Sarah?
Yeah, I make things out of the things I find.
Do you want to tell us a little bit?
Sounds like a womble now. Oh my god! I really am a womble.
Do you want to tell us a bit about that? So is that something that you started? Did it evolve when the channel happened, or did you do that as a little girl when you was doing them with your
I've
dad?
always been crafty minded. I used to run a children's craft club. It's just something I used to make cards, used to do pictures. This crafts is something that I've always done. And then I thought, you know what? Why don't I do a craft on the channel, just an in between, not as an instead of? Because I was going to say about 50% like the crafts, 50% just want the mudlarking.
Yeah.
So which is not bad, because it's a mudlarking channel. So why you wouldn't, necessarily like crafts as well? So just think, what can I do with all that? Because let me tell you, when I'm showing you a few things here, I've got boxes and boxes of the stuff outside. Let me tell you, tons of it. So I need to do something with it. So that's how the crafts evolved, really.
So we
Yeah.
it's hard work to keep up to date.
Oh,
One stage when we first started, we used to do a video on the Saturday, edit it Saturday night, and get it out Sunday. Like,
right.
then, so now
Yeah.
it's just have them all out and ready to go. Like,
So what days do you got? Do you go live on set days then?
No, it's, on Saturday is the premiere of our videos at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
On Sunday is our live, which is
a bit like this,
half
but
8.
on a bigger screen.
We're not quite so
more,
close.
more
You can see the cards in the background. Yeah.
Play your cards, right? How did that come about? Play your cards, right? You just want something different to do.
Well, what we do is you get that like that there, and we say in the chat. The system we have is different, so we can just say in the chat, pick a number 1 to 50, and everybody in the chat will pick a number, and whoever gets your number will play the game.
And we are.
We go in a prize draw at the end of the month.
Right, okay.
You know what? It just fills some time in an hour and a half. I can't talk for an hour and a half about things I found.
Plus, when everybody puts a number on the YouTube, you get that spike that you need.
Right, okay.
Because suddenly you get on your analytics, you get a big spike going up where everybody's banging numbers in there. YouTube
right,
likes to see that. So if you can get a little competition going for yourself, and say A, B, or C, you get
and they're all doing it.
Helps.
Never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah, but the live isn't really just about mudlarking. The live is just like-minded people, and we talk about
it's like your chat.
Anything.
It's all different things. Yeah, just very much like your chat. Yeah. Everything.
That's what I sort of want to do on here. Like, I just thought what I want to start to do is obviously in between the videos that I do, I'm thinking I go silent for months. I don't update anything. I don't put anything on.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's not good for my channel. So if I've got nothing to sort of post, because it takes so, like I say, I work a full-time job as well. And sometimes after a hard day, the last thing you want to do is sit in your bedroom or wherever, editing for hours on end. And literally, I can edit a video literally for what? Say I finish work about 6 o'clock till about 9, and I might have done a minute and a half editing. Do you know what I mean? That's how long it takes me to do, and that's why they take maybe a month to get put out, because they take so long to do. But sometimes, like I say, after work, you just want to put your feet up and have your tea, don't you? Do you know what I mean? So it's so hard to juggle, but that's why I admire what you do, because you're dedicated to, you're still putting your content out, you still go live, you still do the crafting, and you're always out filming. And I just wish I could find
we also thank you for when you narrated for us sometime.
No,
not narrated, but
because you were ill,
and you had COVID at the time.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is he did it and he sent it to me.
Yeah.
And he said, "Imagine Mudlark." Well, it should be Mudlarks.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Can you do it all over again? Put the Mudlarks again.
I did it again.
Appreciate that. We did ask you for a couple of other things.
No. Well, listen, if you ever need me to do it again, I'll gladly do it again. And obviously, I have to thank you for, you sent me a drone, like out of the blue. Do you want a drone? I was like, what? And you like, out of the goodness of your heart. And I've got it here now. I've had it out a few times, but have you ever seen Martin Zero's video where he lost his drone?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm petrified.
Yeah.
He lost a drone, right? And I've got this now, and I am petrified, right, to fly it, because I'm so scared that the same thing's going to happen.
They practically fly themselves. Once you get it out of the box and you go up, it will stay there,
right,
until you tell it what to do. You get about 14 satellites, and it will hold it there,
right,
until you decide what you do. So it'll lift up and it'll just stop there. It won't move until you go forward, backwards, left.
And you can
look like a cheap drone that's all over the place.
Yeah.
It'll just sit in the air like that.
And you can like return it, and it will come back to the like GPS point or whatever it is.
If you lose the signal, it'll come back to where
It's scary.
it is all in. It's one of them ones that will come back to you.
Yeah,
you know,
because
but just take off. It'll just go in the end. It'll just sit
Just
there.
don't let Martin touch it, right? That is it. Just don't let him touch it. Not show, but don't let him touch your drone.
I know, because
that was easy. You know what? When I've had my drone up there, like you can just lose your bearings of it.
Yeah.
Like Martin did, and he was looking over there, and it was behind him.
Yeah.
Like, and he said he was bringing it down. He just suddenly heard the splash.
Yeah.
And that was,
he said he heard the propeller.
And what was amazing is he tried to find it with a magnet.
Yeah, he did.
Wipe the card out.
God, yeah, but I just think.
I know it's more scary if you'd have paid several £100s for it out of your own pocket. When you haven't, don't be quite so scared. I think
they're very easy to fly.
Yeah.
Just take off. Just go into a big open space, take off, and then just leave it there.
Well,
have you tried flying it yet?
I've tried it once, but since I've moved, I've got there's a big, massive field, like a big open field. Like little.
Make sure every time you go to fly it, you do a
calibration
of it all the time.
Right. Okay.
It will say calibrate the drone, and you've got to sort of hold it and walk around in a circle and twist it sideways and walk around in a circle. That tells the drone that if anything happens, it's got to come back here.
Right. Okay. Right.
So, and not back to the last place.
If you don't calibrate it, people buy their drone and they don't calibrate it, and it gets lost and it heads off back to China.
Right. So I'm going to jump in the chat.
Calibrate the
I will. I'll always calibrate it. I will. I'm just going to have a little scroll. If anything jumps out at you guys here as well, just feel free to answer. Well, I'm right.
I did see that Amy from TV said that she lives right on an old dump, so I think I might be paying Amy a visit with a spade. Put the kettle on Amy. Get it spade out. Yeah.
Well, like you say, it could be one that you can both do if you're both free at the same time as well. If Amy wanted to meet up with us as well, it'd be something that you could do together.
We keep saying we're going to. We do keep saying we're going to. Just never connect.
We'd love to do a ghost thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's one of them people that really attracts.
But we'd have to cut all the swearing out because she swears a lot.
I don't blame her for swearing. Some of the stuff, I think it makes it a bit real.
Yeah, it does. It's just because we're so used to not being able to swear on our channel, we have to cut out anything,
Right.
Well, our paranormal shower's a bit swearing.
Yeah, there's a bit of swearing.
Yeah.
So I did get him to bleep one word out, though. Yeah.
But MCFC says, I've just gone right past it now. Where is it? Every time I go to it, it moves down. I think he said something. There was a dump on Clifton Marina near him. Every bottle I find.
There's one round there.
Yeah.
Clifton Marina. Get him to message us because I knew there was round there, but I didn't exactly know where it was.
Yeah.
So
he says. I think he said it's near his house.
Us.
Yeah. Where Amy says,
can and he can send it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, Amy says that she can picture someone smoking the pipe. I wonder who the last person was to hold the item before you found it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Don't know. Yeah. But for it to be full and bobbing down a river.
That would have been just 18 or something. That would have been.
What's it made? What's it made from? That
clay.
Just
it's a clay pipe, isn't it? Of course it is.
Proper clay pipe,
And we also did ones for kids. We did ones for kids. This one here is a bubble pipe.
No way.
It should have been longer. It's not a full one, but it's a bubble pipe.
Wow.
And it's got like a whistle thing in it, but it doesn't whistle. But you blow bubbles out of it.
No way. I didn't even know. I didn't even know they did them for kids. I suppose they're like the Victorian version of. Do you remember the chocolate cigarettes you used to be able to buy?
Oh, with that paper. Could you eat the paper? Couldn't you eat the paper? Yeah. I don't know.
We got it anyway, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I used to eat it.
Yeah. Really hard to pick it off.
Smoking it was paper eating
it. We found this. Look, we got this.
We did a video, a random Nautica video.
No way. What is it, an owl?
It's an owl, yeah, wow. But it's a whistle.
Wow.
They're called Cracker Jack toys.
So,
So
you just
what year do you reckon that is then, Sarah?
20s, I think.
1920s.
1920s. Yeah.
God, isn't it amazing
I
what you
don't
can
mind anything
find
up
on
to
your
about the
feet?
40s.
The night
Right.
before, we went out and did around an Nautica video, to this dump. We
Yeah.
couldn't see nothing; it's too dark. So we went back the next day to see the bottle dump to see if we could find anything, and we found that. This is strange that Randonautica is an owl. And we
Right.
couldn't find an owl.
Yeah, the symbol to Randonautica is an owl, and I've
Oh,
never found
wow.
one of those before. So
Wow, that's weird, isn't it?
that is weird.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
really weird.
Okay.
But also
Wow.
find dolls' heads as well.
Wow. That's a bit creepy, that, isn't it? You not think?
People say it's creepy. I love them.
Yeah, it looks
that's where the hair
like
would come out.
it looks like a lad at work, that. Looks like one of the lads, it does.
Yeah. Rosy
No
cheek lad
way.
at work. There you go.
So yeah, MCFC said there is a cool spot behind Clifton Marina full of coloured bits of pot from the old factory. So I'll
Wow.
ask him if he can get in touch with me or Manchester Mudlarks, and they'll really interested. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So Amy says my house is built on an old farmland next to a landfill.
That's why I said I'm going to Amy's. Yeah.
Yeah, and a
Going to her
garden
house.
garden
Yeah.
churns out all sorts. She
You
says.
could turn your garden over, Amy. You sit and drink your tea. We're just going to turn your daffodils over. It won't be long. Never mind the old.
Where are we?
Manchester's full of dumps in Manchester. Really, so many.
Yeah.
Just in Manchester alone. I mean, we've been to Yorkshire. We've been obviously down south, but Manchester, there's just so many.
Yeah,
just so many.
Is the furthest you've been then, like down south to on the Thames and stuff?
I would say that's probably the furthest one we've
Yeah.
been. As further than Scotland,
We've
isn't
not
it?
gone past Thames.
Yeah, we've not gone past Thames
Oh, we
yet.
went to. Well, yeah, we went just gone to the other side. We met Nicola at. Where I can't recall now.
Oh, Medway is probably the furthest we've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of forts there.
Yeah, a lot of forts.
In the middle of, in the Thames, so you can have to get dinghy and go over and stay on the forts overnight if you want to.
Wow, can you?
They're open. You can just go in and stay overnight if you wish to.
Wow,
You
that's
have them all
amazing.
round ports. I think secret vaults been on.
I think they do ghost hunts on there as well.
Do
There's a few
they?
people that have done ghost hunts on. So get your dad, get a dinghy. In fact, we've got a dinghy. We'll lend you the dinghy. We'll film it because it's going to be fun. Right? That'll be fun to watch. And go over to one of them forts.
Yeah, definitely.
Videos out. You've done really well.
I know
Yeah.
we're going to meet up with him.
It'd be really interesting. Yeah, he'd be up for that, my dad. Like I say, he doesn't do YouTube. It's all on Facebook. But what he wants to the Paradox Club channel, it's sort of been how can I put it? Like for the past maybe 4 or 5 years, not uploaded anything. But I think he's got plans to sort of carry it back on and do some videos and content soon. So yeah, he'd be up for doing. I mean, I don't think he lives too far from you, really. He lives in Swinton, my dad.
Yeah, no Prestwich, running in Prestwich.
Yeah, so it's not too far either, is it?
It was really disappointing because you didn't get a load at that that museum next to that museum place in Salford.
It's strange when you go out.
Oh yeah.
You don't do that, We've been lucky. We've been really lucky because every time we've gone out, we've got something.
Yeah.
Touch wood so far.
Yeah.
Every time we've gone out, we come back with loads of stuff on the table. So we've just been lucky.
Oh, but I thought you're going to get loads at that place in that building. You're going to get loads of stuff there. But it was quite quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely silent. Yeah, it was silent, and I just thought in the end I couldn't put anything on because there was nothing to put on. You know,
I wonder if you'd have gone to the museum street with all the old artifacts.
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. That's where, you know, in my videos. So when I do my videos, like as a kid, that place, it's Lark Hill, in it. It's called Lark Hill Museum. I probably went once every couple of months as a kid, and it just felt so. I don't know. It's got this really magical, weird feeling to it, hasn't it? Being on the street,
atmospheric, isn't it? Yeah,
very atmospheric. And then you hear like all the, you know, the horses trotting down the street, and you can hear like people like just the ironmonger just doing like tapping away, and there's a doctor's bit in the sweet shop there, and like I used to just love peering in, and then there's like in the corners the Undertaker's big black door, and I used to just look through that, and it's mad. So when I was doing my videos, like I started putting the sound effects in.
Yeah.
The street is like. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it might be on my end. It just froze. But yeah, so the street in the Victorian street, when you hear all the sound effects and everything, that's why in my videos I put stuff like that in the background, because it sort of reminded me when I was editing.
We got that sort of idea when we done our Blitz Beach, when we did you talking in the tunnels.
Oh yeah,
and I'd put the people in the background, like what you do.
Yeah.
In fact, when you did that recording of narrate for us in Blitz Beach, because the video was so long, I had to shorten your conversation. I don't know if you noticed it, but I shortened it down to fit the video.
Right.
You had, like, bigger spaces in between where you was talking.
Yeah.
Short, but it's come out really nice, really good. And you've been in there before, I think, some other time with your dad.
Yeah.
In the back way.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
in the other way, not the way you pay, the way you climb in.
I sent you the photograph of Secret Vault going and finding your cakes.
Yeah. That's it's an incredible place, that, because there's Stockport Air Raid Shelter, which you can obviously go in and pay, and then there's the other one. So I think there was 3 in total, but the one that is blocked off, and it's been blocked off for years. My mate messaged me and he was like, "It's open. Do you want to go in?" And I thought, I can't turn it down. It's not far from my house. And then I went in, and it's really warm in there. It's really hot because it's under a church and the houses. So I think the heat from the houses and the heating, when they've got the heating on, it just really heats up in there and it gets really warm. And all the beds are down there from the war. There's I saw this old like bike tie, and I thought, how's there a bike down here? But apparently the wardens used to cycle them up and down, and there's
quite long, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was just very. If you turn the lights out and turn all the sound off, everything, and you just stay there, it's really, really silent. But that's what they would have seen as well, and they'd have just been waiting to hear the bombs dropping over the city, over the town, Stockport, and it must have been. You can sort of feel how can I put it? Like it don't feel too good down there. It's quite a sad thing, because they were petrified when they were in there. They were hiding in holes under the ground, basically.
It's only sandstone, isn't it? It's only in the sandstone.
Yeah, it's really
easy.
It's
quite a weak stone, isn't it?
Very, very weak.
Under.
Very, very weak. So there was basically the one that I went in, which was all abandoned and everything, and then there's a Stockport one that is actually preserved and exactly how it would be.
That's great. That is. I'm very tight with money, but I pay to go in there.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I plan on going in it. And my girlfriend went in when she was a kid. They went on like school tours, and they used to give them sugar butties, because that's what they used to eat.
Sugar butties, or sugar on toast. Oh yes,
I don't know whether they do anymore, but they used to give them sugar butties, and I think like a cup of tea or something like that. And then I think they turn all the lights out, and then they play like the sound effects of the bombs dropping and stuff. But yeah, she said it was great as a kid, but it was like scary at the same time, I
was going to say, is she not traumatized by that?
A little bit, probably, yeah. But she said that's what it was like, and I don't know whether they do that anymore, because obviously today's day and age, it's very, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you don't want to upset anyone. It might scare some kids, but whether they do sugar butties anymore, I don't think they'll do that. But
we never got one. We never got one.
Did you not?
Did
you not?
No, gutted. But it's a brilliant place to go to. That really, really is really interesting.
Have you been to that other museum? Is it the Black Country Museum? Am I getting it wrong? It's like someone might be able to correct me in the chat. It's basically like a Victorian street, but everyone that works in the shop actually work there. I might be getting the name wrong, but I think it's somewhere in the Midlands, and it's basically a little tiny village. And all the people that work in the shop, they're actually working there. So you can go in and get a cup of tea. They're all dressed in Victorian clothing. And there's I think they filmed a little bit of Peaky Blinders around there at some point as well.
Right.
Because it's so
preserved. I've been to a similar one at Beamish.
Have you?
Pauline's asking, what are sugar?
What are what?
What are sugar?
What are sugar? Sugar.
Sugar, like you put in coffee.
Yeah, sugar.
Yeah,
worst thing you
sugar.
could possibly ever have.
Cut your bread and then you sprinkle sugar.
Sprinkle sugar on it. Oh my gosh, it was lovely. I dream of having it now. God. That's
Judd
why all the
said,
teeth are falling out.
Judd says, I'm a builder. We find loads of pipes and bits of pieces when digging footings. I've just started the renovation on Orncliffe Manor, Eddingfield, which burnt down in 2009. Hopefully some finds. That's how you sort of can find things as well, isn't it? When they take old houses down and they dig all the ground up.
Oh yeah, when they start building estates
Yeah.
underneath, you watch out for them diggers, and then what you do is you call us and you say, "We've just seen some bottles being unearthed," and then it's a video for us. We'll go pick them off the top.
What would you say is?
Can you guess what that is? Some people in the chat might know what that is. Can you guess what that is? Is this uranium?
Yeah.
Uranium torch. It's uranium glass as well. You look glows as well.
Wow. God, that's amazing, isn't it? Right. Well, I haven't
You know
got
what it is?
the foggiest idea. No.
You tell them what it is.
That's presuming that I know what it is. It's for sharpening your razor blades.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what they say.
You put your blade in there and you do that a bit and it will sharp. You know the blade sit like that.
Oh, no way.
You know the old razor blade you'd shave with? You put the blade in there and you'd shake it sides like that and it would sharpen the blade strip over.
Wow, I would have never have known that.
Yeah, so there you go. I never knew that. But what I use it for is for resting that bottle on.
Yeah.
So it don't roll.
Perfect.
They knew about that in the days.
Yeah.
Perfect. So which like, you don't have to tell me what it is, but like out of all of your digs or wherever your dumps that you've been to, which is your most like prized possession where you thought, wow, I can never throw this away. It's absolutely like the best thing that you've found. Or the most sentimental, something that's sentimental where you thought I could never throw this away. It's too beautiful.
Probably that.
Yeah, nothing that I found. I found bits of broken bird, right? This is what I find: bits of broken parrot, right? Bits of a broken doll. But the things that my dad found, because he used to dig the Victorian tip down drinkers, that bottle and the cod bottle.
Wow, look at that one.
You know about a cod bottle, don't you?
Not fully, no. So
it has a marble in it.
Right. Okay. Do you want to explain because people that might.
So the marble would have been the stopper. So you would have had this tool that went over the top that pushed the stopper in.
Right.
This was for fizzy drinks, fizzy water, things like that. And so you pop that through so you can get your drink out, but so the bottle doesn't get bunged up with the marble again. It has like indents there.
Wow.
So when you pour it, the marble goes behind the indent, so you can pour your drink out.
God, there was
those are just like
much
drank and chucked.
And in the old days, the kids would get them and smash it to get the marbles out.
Yeah.
God, there was even like back then, like there's so much more. Like they put so much more into things, didn't they?
Yeah,
like
this is from Swinton, actually. This is a Swinton one. Yeah.
Wow.
It says Swinton on the bottom. But yeah, so you find a lot of cod marbles where the kids have smashed them and stuff.
And are they just clear them? Yeah, the marbles.
Yeah, you can get some that are coloured.
Yeah,
but they're worth a lot more, and the diggers see them, they'll have them.
God, that's isn't it fascinating? Is it sort of rare to find one intact then, with it still in? Are they normally smashed up or?
Yeah, it is. It's quite because the diggers, they're the ones that do the hard work and get down to the right.
They don't smash it on the way trying to find it.
Yeah.
Put the shovel in.
I mean, I found a few, last year and what have you. But when you found one, when you someone like us, we're not collecting, we don't do it for the money. When you found it, you found it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you find another one. Just the finding of it is the thing.
And it's sharing it on the video as well.
Yeah, and sharing it.
Right.
People all over the world can never see or get their hands on these things.
Yeah. It's like the ink. There you go. There's it. That's what you used to have their ink in. And this one is called a pen rest.
Oh, yeah.
The pen would have gone across there. And it obviously ribs because it's ribbed. Yeah. And that, sorry, I'll bring it a bit closer. That is really rough edge, like a lot of the bottles were.
Yeah.
It's to smash it off, to open it. And that's that's my cleaning, right? That's me cleaning a bottle, right? Yeah. That's evidence that I don't clean a bottle compared to that one. Because what am I going to do with it? you know, once it, you know, just accumulates.
Yeah, so you'd get your quill and stuff. Yeah, the quill that you use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a nib.
It would sit on that edge there.
I did
And
actually
then-
find one with a nib in the bottom of it.
Did you?
Yeah.
And that's another different shaped one. That one is
God,
clean. It mustn't have
not-
been very dirty.
But they're good because the glass has bubbles in it and everything. You see the bubbles in the glass.
Yeah. God, not only are they like beautiful to look at, but they're designed so well. Like they're just
Yeah,
they just
we went to a
did
wedding
things-
once and some of the other bottles. We went to a wedding and look on the table all these bottles with flowers.
Yeah, that's just the poison one. And but my favourite find are things like this.
Are they the jam jar one?
Yeah, that's the miniature one, and then there's like the cream or marmalade ones that
Yeah,
are
big
like that.
one.
You can get
Wow.
those in about 4 sizes. That's the little ones. But yeah, I love the
God.
stoneware.
Yeah, they're brilliant,
It's
aren't
just
they?
practical.
Yeah.
I've got about 150 in a. I can't leave them once. I left about 4 in one video last month. I think I went back and got them. Couldn't leave them. I don't know what it is. It's an illness. It's an illness.
No, they're brilliant to look at, and they're actually them ones I really love. Like that sort of stoneware is actually in now, isn't it? Like I've seen my missus have got plates down there similar colour. You know, like that kind
right.
of. Yeah, and
Does she got a jam jar? Send her a few jam jars and bottles.
Laurie will be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly Laurie outside. Who's ordered the jam jars?
Yeah, jam jars and bottles. I'll drop them off on the doorstep.
So I'm just reading in the chat here. Paul Ayala says they have a Japanese drink called Marble Cola. Same concept
That's
as
right,
your
We got it
old
at
bottle.
Sainsbury's.
Oh, have
Yeah.
they?
Same thing, same thing.
Yeah, it's about £3. It's
Is
a
it?
very, very sweet drink. Very sweet.
The same system.
Yes, exactly the same system as that. Yeah.
Yeah. Days of Horror says it's great that you guys find so much history. I'd be buzzing to uncover the past like that and give it a new life.
Yeah, well, I've got plenty of boxes. He wants to have a look through.
Laura says I've done some larking in Daisy Nook in the river, and you get
That's
a few
where we
bits
started.
there.
Yeah.
Is it?
We started in Daisy Nook, yeah.
That's right, yeah. Well, there's a famous picture done by, was it? Painter.
I don't know what picture you saw in that.
In Daisy Nook.
Was it Lowry?
Larry, I think it might have been Larry.
Lowry did a picture called The Fair, I think.
Called the Fair
The
in
Fair.
Daisy Nook.
I think so.
Days Horror's corrected me as well. That place I told you with the Victorian Street, it's called Black Country Living Museum in Dudley.
Oh, right. I have been to Dudley, but I've not been there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really worth like having a look online. It looks brilliant.
Every time we go out, we always grab the cameras.
Yeah.
No matter where we go, grab the camera.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We just grab the camera. All 4 of them.
Yeah.
So do you have have you got what have you got stuff planned coming up then? New videos, when are they dropping, or have you got one tonight, tomorrow?
We've got one tomorrow.
Tomorrow, every Saturday.
I'll put a premiere on later on. That comes on tomorrow.
We out every Saturday or Sunday or both.
Right.
I think we might go local tomorrow. So.
And we've got videos already on YouTube, like I said. We're planning to go to do a ghost hunt at the moment, but we're not decided as who we're going to take with us yet. Because we don't like doing it by ourselves because people might think we're lying.
Yeah.
So we like a third party.
Last time we did one, we took Charlotte with us.
Who's in the chat there?
And she's never been to any sort of ghost hunt, and she couldn't believe what was happening in there. She couldn't believe
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're planning to do one of them. We've all got a place picked to go to, and we're just waiting and we get that film and get it on there because the ghost hunt's slower.
Yeah.
Because we don't post for months on end because we're busy doing this. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
All other things going on, like we're going to do that one soon. If I was going to get him to narrate on that, like at the beginning, we kind of narrate on all the ghost movies.
Yeah, because it's just said he's stuck for time to do anything, but we're going to get him to work even harder.
Wait for the call.
We sort of like people to out. Oh, if you want any voiceover doing, we know someone will do it for you.
Yeah. No, I'm all
anymore and just say no.
Charlotte says that she'll do a ghost hunt again. She's just commented.
Yeah. No, but she lives down in Essex. Down
right,
down
okay.
So it's a long way to go.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's all right.
So
you've got really good hospitals. That one you went with your dad that time. You went and the cat balls are going off.
Which one was that?
I think building. You went and do with your dad.
So I've done
the really old rundown farm, was it?
I think so, yeah. And you was quite shocked that the cat balls are going off. Like your dad was taking a stride.
Was it last year?
Cat ball.
Well,
Calm down, son. Calm down.
Now,
oh
the thing
yeah,
about
yeah,
cat
yeah,
balls,
yeah,
we thought, every now and again, they're just bound to go off anyway,
yeah.
right? So, because we always get cat balls going off, right?
Yeah.
So we went up to our friends, all the fellow Mudlarkers, Northern Mudlarks in Scotland last weekend, and we were talking about ghosts because her mum has lots of ghost stories that she
some of
see.
that,
Oh, I'm sending shivers up your spine. Anyway, so they thought, well, they didn't know what cat balls were, and they live in a big old farmhouse. They'd never felt like there was anything there at all, ever. But they thought, we'll just Amazon Prime, next day they'll be here, the cat balls. So they bought 5 cat balls and we laid them out all in this farmhouse. Not one single one went off. So that to me says they do not just go off and you're like making it fit what you want it to fit. Do you know what I mean? Because they did not go off all night long.
When we did Cold House Fort, we was asking questions and they were going off to our questions.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You
So it wasn't like, just linked
like
it.
you did your dad. You could ask questions and it was
Yes,
replying.
yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely more to it, isn't there? I mean, it's I think that the problem is, right, is I think that with the paranormal, you obviously need like scientific proof or whatever. But
Yeah.
the scientists disbelieve in it, so they don't focus any attention on developing the technology for it or do because they don't believe that exists. They believe in like the science that when you die, like you go back to the ground, blah blah blah, and then that's it. You just sort of like a battery.
The paranormal, when you're making a connection like that, it doesn't mean it has to be a ghost.
No,
It doesn't mean it has to be somebody who died 15 years ago. It could be something else from another dimension making a connection.
Of course, yeah.
Like, a different life in a different dimension, like making a connection with you.
But because the scientists
say ghost is
it's an umbrella term, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Mick also makes equipment as well.
Oh, really?
So off the back of us hearing noises or not hearing the noises until we've gone to the edit, he's made something that stands over there, wherever, and then it has a speaker here. So if it's whispered over there,
we can hear it over
we can hear it over here.
Because a lot of these channels, they bring out a tape recorder and they'll go, "Is anybody here?" And they'll hold a tape recorder. I thought, look, the camera's got a recording. The cameras are recording. Everything's recording, and they bring out this tape recorder, and that tape recorder picks it up. And I understand it because the magnet on an old tape recorder can do it because they're using a lot of the old magnet. But when I did that video we did in the castle there, and I edited the video and I put it on. This video's done. Put it on there, and I have a recorder. I take a recorder with me as well. Like I thought I better just listen to that recording. I put it on, and then I heard the swearing on it. Then I went back and looked at the video, and then we found a lot more stuff like the swearing, quite clearly walking around. We saw like lots of stuff on there. Like
we were just oblivious.
I just a bit edited and stuck it on, like and then when I heard the recording, I went back and it was on the camera. It was on.
I think Julie Wilson, who's in the chat, actually, she messaged me to say at such and such a point, I heard this.
Hello.
Yeah. So
it's great.
It's all good stuff.
But yeah, make some equipment as well.
Yeah, make sensors and scanners, and so you can get them on eBay for £300.
No, thank you.
Wow.
And I try to design them like the way for the channel, our channel, they'll have our name on it. It won't be like somebody else advertising it.
That's great. It's great that you like. I mean, how do you find the time to make them on top of everything else you've got?
They're very sporadic. I mean, you like once every 6 months or something. But Charlotte's just said she's coming to Yorkshire soon, but she is in October, so maybe we could go on another ghost hunt then. So
someone's just said in the chat there. Said, "I honestly don't know how you've sat there and not asked them if you can have a go play your cards right. That's the first thing for this."
Well, if you'd like to have a go play your cards right, you're more than welcome.
Higher or lower?
Go on. Go on then. We'll go lower.
You're gonna go lower?
Yeah.
It's a 5. You got yourself a 5.
Ooh. What do you reckon? I reckon. Go on, we'll go higher.
You've got 2 slots.
No, I'll go for higher. Let's go for higher.
Okay.
You're a gambling man. What do you say again?
He said higher.
It's a jack. You're very lucky.
Oh.
Man. Very lucky.
So, can someone correct me here? Because I'm not the gambling kind of guy. Is a jack good or bad?
Jack's the high.
It's one of the high ones.
Highest ones?
Jack, king, green.
Right, so I can only go lower then, innit? I'll go lower.
Yes, thank God for that.
Unless there's a king there.
Yeah.
5.
Oh,
gosh.
5.
You're doing very well.
I'm not doing bad here, am I? Not doing bad here. 5. Someone's telling me to go lower because I already went higher with a 5 before, so I'm gonna go lower.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna be risky.
Change that card, you know.
Go on then, yeah, I'll change it. Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
We're best to be safe than sorry. We've
Oh.
got an 8.
An 8. Oh, right, okay.
I don't know if that's any better.
Right, go on. Yeah, I'll go lower. I'll go lower.
Lower than an 8.
Yeah, lower than an 8. Moment of truth.
And you have a joker. You got a joker, so no, you actually had a, and you don't get nothing for double.
An 8.
Exchange, I'll give you another card.
Right.
9. You've got 9.
So I've got a 9. Right.
9.
I'm not saying that Mick usually cheats so that everybody wins, but
Yeah, I don't cheat.
Mick usually cheats so that everybody always wins.
I'm not a cheater.
Go on, I'll go lower.
Go lower.
Yeah, we'll go lower. Moment of truth.
Are you sure now?
Well, yeah, don't do this to me. Come on. Put me out my misery.
Okay.
Ooh. Tell you what, not doing higher. We'll go higher.
Higher than 4.
Yeah.
It's another 4. You got nothing for double on this one, so we're going to give you some.
It's all on the last one here, then, isn't it? This is it now.
Hold on 1 second.
My heart's racing here.
That's quite small. Right, you've got a last card, 6.
6.
Higher or lower?
Yeah, I'll go higher.
Okay, this is it. Can you get
Shall I
there?
do it?
Can you do it?
Oh,
I'm gonna fluff it. I better fluff it on the last one.
7. You go.
7. Oh,
Yeah.
you tried it. And you know what? Your name goes in the draw.
Come on.
Broken stuff that I found.
Brilliant.
Looks like them jam pots are coming your way.
Yeah, there you go. Get a jackpot. Tell your girlfriend to get some stuff on the side of the kitchen.
Yeah, she'll be happy with them. They'll match the plates in the kitchen, won't they? Brilliant.
There you go. See? Bet she's buzzing now.
I know she'll be buzzing with that.
Oh, sorry. Charlotte just told me I've got to put your name in. Can you imagine if you won? That'd be so funny.
Imagine that. I know.
Right.
What's this?
Yeah.
What's this?
Hang on. We do it the old-fashioned way, writing it down on a piece of paper and folding it up.
That's always.
Yeah. Except for that bit.
That's always the best bit, isn't it? It's live.
Yeah. Right, your name's in. You could win some tap that found. There you go.
When will that one be then, Sarah? When will it be? When will I know if I won?
It's the last Sunday in every month, so the last Sunday. Look at you.
I know. I know.
So
You can bring us up on Sunday and join in our chat.
Yeah, hey, I can.
Yes,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Right, yeah.
Do you overlap? us? I do.
I know. Are you at 8? I'll probably
half 8.
Yeah. Do you know one, Mick?
Half 8. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm always here.
I'll probably jump on about 6 o'clock on Sunday. I've got a couple of people that are willing to come on, but I'll
willing to come on.
Willing to come on, yeah. You know what? It's so hard. It's so hard. I thought it'd be really easy. I thought there'd be loads of people saying, "Oh yeah, I'll come on for a bit," but
it's hard.
You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like I want interesting people on it, and I want decent people on it. You know, but I said it doesn't have to be anyone I want other YouTubers on here that I personally watch that I know are decent people. But I said it could be someone that is I'd love to get a Jack the Ripper expert on. Do you know someone that's has written
got a story to tell, haven't they?
Yeah, I'd love to get a Jack the Ripper expert. I'd love somebody that's involved in maybe the music scene in like Manchester and back in the 90s. But just anyone who's interested in it, you know, if people find it interesting, I'll always put it on. So but I thought it'd be easier than it is, and it's not. It's pretty hard.
All right. So who said no to you, Aunt? Who said no?
Oh, I can't say. I've sent about 6. I think it's 6 emails, right? To not no one special. Like,
Thanks.
no, not you guys. No, but I
Right,
just
okay.
no. I'm not saying no. Don't. I'm not like trying to like get.
I'm kidding.
Leonardo
kidding.
DiCaprio on here or anything like that. But I just
I'm
thought,
busy.
yeah, he said he was busy actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I've not had one email back, not one response, not oh yeah, just let us. I might have something on, but I can sort something out. Nothing. I've not had anything. So
Oh, right.
yeah.
Gosh, I didn't even let it touch the side. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Of course,
No,
we would like.
no, it's the perfect opportunity though, isn't it, to sort of like we spoke for online maybe 2 or 3 years, haven't we now? And we always say we'll sort of meet up and do something, but like you say, things always get in the way. And this is just the beauty of like YouTube. Like you can just go live
Yeah.
now and speak to anyone you want, which is great. So even if you can't,
Well, you can't because no one's replying to your emails.
well, I know, yeah, I know.
But it's hard to get our video together to do something together. We'll be doing like, well, let me find a great find. This is great find. You'll be going the walls.
Yeah. That's what it'll be like.
Right here.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
definitely. Oh, thank you.
Very well put together. And sometimes you end them so well. Sometimes you end them so well, you can put a lump in your throat.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that.
The way you put it together, the way you put it. When you're ending these videos and you walk off in the background, like I think there's a few you've done that, and I've actually done something. I think that's so well.
Oh, really?
So well put together.
Well, I'm just
Really good camera work. Really good work you put there.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I love yours too. You know, watch us for.
I don't put a lump in your front.
No, but no, I appreciate that. I mean, like,
riding and rolling so much.
Yeah. But you know, like, yeah, a lot goes into them. But as long as people enjoy them, that's all that matters, and that's all how I think all the time. Sometimes I have my moments where I think, like, what's going to be the next one, and I can't make my mind up for ages, and then I'll just take the plunge and go and film it and start editing it, and then.
Have you got a lot lined up that you want to do though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
it's
loads
just picking the order.
Up. Yeah,
I mean, like the church in Prestwich.
Oh, St Mary's Church, yeah.
Mary's Church.
Yeah.
So many famous people buried in there. You should do the tour. They do a tour every now and again with the people that are buried in that churchyard. Honest to God, you blow your mind. The people that buried there.
One of the guys buried there. I can't remember what his name is, but he's the guy that invented magnetic, like like tape recorder sounds, magnetic and TV. It's all magnetic force, and they because he invented that, they thought he was some sort of witch. Something weren't going to help solve it. It was all like voodoo stuff. So they buried him in this church. But obviously now we all use it all the time, and our tape recorders, our phones, our stereos. And the guy that invented that is actually buried in the church there, just plopped in that church, and nobody knows he's there. And he's the original guy that invented
it. He's done something. You'd have to do the churchyard tour, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a list on my computer. Literally, I think I've got about 12 on there, but I'll sort of have them in a bit of an order, and then all of a sudden I change my mind every day. Do you know what I mean? And then I think like this. I've got one that I'm going to do for Halloween, which will be the Pendle Witches, and I'm going to do all that for Halloween. But I was supposed to do it last year, or the beginning of the year, but then I've saved it for this time of year because I know when it comes out Halloween, it'd be perfect to drop. That kind of video. And like I want to do one in Eam. Have you ever been to Eam?
Eam, that sounds familiar.
It's the plague village. It's where the plague started.
Oh yeah, I've seen Haunted Finders, I think there. Yeah.
I'm going to be doing Eam and a few places like that, but I'll probably, like I say, I'll wait for the right time to do them. Like that'll be a Halloween time. But then
sometimes we see other videos, and like we do see other videos in other channels, and we do think, you know what, Dark Monkey do a really good job doing it. And there's some guys, and they just pick famous people, and they talk about them, and they go to their grave, show the grave, whatever they do.
And that's all they do, isn't it?
Yeah, and look at them, they're good, but they don't have that voice. You've got a really good voice. That radio voice. That radio voice.
You've got a face for radio. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But you've got their voice, and where they just like go down and round and they sung some Mark Byron. You know, but I think you do that really, really well. Like, you know,
Oh, thank you.
Another place you go down, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because when I write the stuff that I've got to say, it's weird when I think, well, I said it last week, but I know I've got dyslexia, but I've never been told I've got it, but I know I've got it. You know, I see things, I can see it and I can read it in my head perfectly. But then if I was to read it out loud sometimes, it comes upside down, inside out. It's all over the show, and I'm thinking, don't even say that. So when I'm writing at home and I get ready to say what I've got to say, the reason I do it slowly and I take my time and say things a bit, because I'm reading it in my head really slow. You know, because that's how it makes it easier for me. Yeah, and I have to do sometimes. I'll read it and I'll think, it doesn't even say what I've just said. You know, it's back to front and stuff. So
but it sounds good. That's why it comes out. It sounds really good the way you read it. Really,
and I try to minimalize it as well to a point where it'll fit the music in the right spots.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because the music, I think music in your video, it can just change a video like that. If you are talking, then all of a sudden something happens, and then you just play like the right kind of music at the right time. Like you say, it can put a lump in your throat. It can make you happy, and it's the music is so key, so key.
And your voice as well. It's not just the music or whatever. Your voice, like the way you say, like it just strikes a chord.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm not going to be staying on that late tonight because I've not even had my tea.
No, we've not had our tea either. You're starving us to death here.
Sorry. What you having? What you having?
It's fed the kids. It's just not fed us.
Do you know what you're having for your tea?
Sorry?
Do you know what you're having?
What way? When he's down, he makes it. So
is he the chef?
Yeah, he won't cook. He won't eat my food. So at weekends he cooks. Yeah.
You haven't decided yet.
Jacket potato, I think.
Is it? Ooh, can't beat jacket potato, can you?
You can't.
It's got. What do you have it with? I have cheese and beans with mine.
Oh, not beans. No. Don't want anything wet and lumpy.
No, I love
not wet and lumpy. No sausage and.
Sarah doesn't eat no herbs.
No sauces. Nothing foreign. No.
Nothing.
No, it's got to be plain.
Me being a really good cook, I use all the herbs and everything. Just plain meat. Just potato and a sausage. That's all I want.
God.
No onions.
Oh God, no.
I've got a friend like that at work that he'll have like nothing on it, nothing like wet basically. If he has pasta, he'll just have pasta with a tiny bit of cheese on it, and that is it. Like he won't have spaghetti bolognese. He won't eat anything wet.
No.
Like I find it.
No.
I cut that. Oh God, my life would be so. I'd be
so. That's normal.
I know.
That's normal.
You don't know what you're missing out on. You need some lasagna and that and curry. You don't like curry?
No. Oh, that's sloppy, lumpy, wet and smelly. That's a bit of everything, that one.
I'll have everything.
Was it the friend who looked like that?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
So other things that we got here. We get loads of these.
Oh, bottle stoppers. Yeah.
You paid on that, right?
Yeah, I did some stamping with it. It's not usually pink.
Oh, they stack little bottle stoppers.
These are vulcanite bottle stoppers. Okay, so these go in beer bottles and stuff.
No
so
way.
That one's from. I can't read it. That one is from a brewery in Haywood.
Oh yeah,
Wilds.
Brilliant. Wow.
And that one is one in Manchester. That one's Gilders Limited, Manchester.
And after a while, they made a war-ready one, but they scooped out some of the rubber.
Yeah.
To save on
rubber. They had a big scoop in it. And that is something from the 50s. Found that on the 50s. It was quite scary.
It is, isn't it? I love that. Oh, I love that, mate. That's really cool, isn't it?
And that's only like a 50s, 60s type thing.
Yeah,
that was an awful dump.
I think the eyes would have moved in there. I think would have moved the eyes at some point.
Yeah. I have no idea what that's. And he also find, but not very often, beads.
No way. What off then? What are they off? Like off dresses and stuff and bits of jewellery, necklaces.
They're the best finds because they're so small.
Yeah, but the thing is, I only ever find one, and you can imagine it's off a necklace. Where are the others? Where are they? Honestly, you just find one.
bottle stoppers. Another bottle stopper there. Lovely
That's
green
beautiful,
glass.
isn't it? Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, that.
And that one is off a bottle stopper off a hose source, HOES. Hose source. So they have some funny names for things. Sorry.
God, I'd have to Google all this when I found them. You know, do you ever do a bit of research after it to see if they're still making the bottles or?
No, I can't be bothered.
Don't you? Oh God, I'll be fine. I'll be trying to find everything out about it, mate.
I do. You know, you know things and you look them up, but to be honest, there's not enough hours in the day. There are other channels that do.
What's that?
This would have been in the day. That would have been cigarette holders.
No way.
Okay. The matches would have gone in here.
Wow.
And the strike.
Oh yeah. It's on the side.
It'd be on your coffee table.
Yeah.
Help yourself to a cigarette if you want. And then you'd have your matches in there. God. We don't make stuff like that today, do we?
No, we don't. I mean, the thing.
Like the strike on the side.
Yeah. And they think of everything, don't they? It's like the engineering behind something so simple. It's so well thought out.
And that is a tiny, super tiny little arm.
Oh yeah. What's that made from?
Same clay as bisque clay, that actually. Bisque.
Wow.
It's like unfinished clay.
Right.
It's not got a glaze on it. You see the little fingers there. This one is more of a porcelain. This is doll's head, but a porcelain one.
Wow.
But it's amazing how it's still got rosy cheeks.
It is, isn't it? I was just about to say that, actually. It's like preserved, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
God, you found some amazing things.
Like chunky pipes.
Yeah, I love them. They're so cool, then. They tell a proper story, don't they? I mean, I can imagine,
the smaller they are, the older they are. So when they go really small, they're like the 16, 1700s.
Yeah.
But then as they got older, they got bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that is a little dog. I'm not sure if it's saluting. I'm not quite sure what that dog's doing. But I think it was a cake topper. So what good to go on the top of a cake.
Wow.
And I'm going to say probably about 20s.
Wow. It does look like it's saluting,
like
doesn't it, as well?
But those are the little things that either bottle diggers don't see or they don't want because they want the nice bottles.
And then found thousands of these, and you must have these.
Oh yeah.
Paste jars.
Yeah.
You know, like you could get paste jars of sandwich paste.
Yeah.
These great jars. They're strong. They last over the years. All inside there, buttons and stuff inside there. But thousands of them paste jars. You should just peel the bit off the top and make your sandwich with it.
Wow.
And that, do you know what that is? You still use these now. This is, but it's ceramic. This one.
Not got the foggiest.
I have a wild guess.
Not a piece of Lego, is it? No,
what?
Piece of Lego.
Oh my God! No. Wild guess. To be honest, unless you know, you don't know, do you? Yeah, it's actually a paint pan, and they still use paint pans now. But you know, your watercolor paint would be in that.
It?
I found quite a few of those.
Wow.
So it's ceramic. Some of them have writing on the back. This one's just got like a little number. But yeah, little paint pans.
Wow.
I think that one was found on the Thames. I think. Found
That's
that
amazing.
last month on the Thames.
That's amazing.
So yes, so you can imagine my house is absolutely full. And my backyard is a lot of it outside because there's just too much of it. It became overwhelming because I couldn't leave anything behind. When I first started, I couldn't leave it.
No.
Because if you leave it over winter, it's got a crack in it. The weather gets in, and that crack becomes a break, and that's lost forever. And you think, oh, I don't want it to be lost forever. But then what you realise is there are people behind you also picking them up. There are other larkers picking them up, so you don't need to take it all home.
No, yeah.
Unless it's a doll's head.
A lot of people do it now. Since they watch the video, they tend to go out and do it as well. Sometimes we might go and do a place where they go, and people will see it and they might recognise it, and then they'll be there the next day after the video trying to find anything that we might have missed.
Yeah.
And we can see signs that they've been there, like tomorrow's video. We found something good in tomorrow's video. We found something even good. We found one of these, and then somebody got straight down there and dug it all up, trying to see if they could find one. And unfortunately, while they're digging it all up, they missed something. We found something else. Yeah. Quite handy. Very good stuff.
But yeah, I don't need to take everything now. There's people behind us that will be picking it up, so I don't need to worry that I'm leaving history behind.
Yeah.
We've got too much of it.
Yeah.
That's an old lipstick. An old lipstick cover.
Oh yeah.
It's very heavy metal.
Is it?
Can't read the writing on it though, so I don't know what make it is.
Wow. God, that's amazing. Oh yeah, you can see the writing on it there actually.
Yeah, but
Can't make out what it is.
I wear glasses as it is, so that's got no chance.
Yeah.
You can see it quite well on there actually. Yeah. That's right in focus, is it?
Bit like behind it.
Yeah.
Behind it,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, thanks. Listen, guys, I'm going to let you go. I don't want to take too much of your time anyway, and I won't be on much longer myself. Just want to thank you both for being on and jumping on it, and hopefully people will know like exactly what you do now. They might go over and subscribe to you.
Oh yeah, please subscribe.
Yeah,
Please
jump on.
We need as many subscribers.
Yeah, jump on, subscribe to them. But they've got a brilliant channel. They don't need me to tell them that. They're absolutely brilliant, and both of you are brilliant people too, and that's why I've obviously asked you to come on.
So are you.
But, thank you.
Oh, look at that monkey.
You don't watch it anymore because we end up crying at the end. Why did you do this at that time?
Well, listen, guys, enjoy your tea. Thank you for coming on. If there's anything, no problem at all.
Anytime you need a filler, we're here.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you. And hopefully we'll meet up one day and we'll have even if it's for a quick brew or something and I'm in the area, I'll come have a brew with you. Brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll take you out and fly your drone.
Yes, that's definite. That is a definite.
We'll go somewhere and we'll get your drone up and give it a fly.
Yeah.
So
you can crash them together. There you go.
Some, red arrows.
Well, yes. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening and have a great weekend. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Take care.
And thanks to everybody in the chat as well. Thank you.
Everybody out there. We'll see you all again real soon. Take care now.
Take care.
You might win a prize.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye. There we have it. How great were they? Two lovely, lovely people there. Blown away by all the stuff that they found. Just let me, for 1 second, put these down. Getting myself another beer before I go for my tea. Because I'm parched. I can't half yet. Oops, nearly had an accident then. So yeah, two lovely, lovely people there. They've got a brilliant channel, and they're the kind of people that I want going forward. Like on the channel, just nice people, genuine people, and I'm always interested in listening. I love listening to people, whether it's a story or they're something to do with something that I don't know. Pardon me. Yeah, something that I don't know. I like listening to things that enlighten me and like know a tiny bit about mudlarking. I've done a tiny little bit myself, but nothing on the scale of what they do. It's they're proper dedicated to it. And look at some of the stuff that they found. It's absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, I like speaking to people about subjects I don't know much about, and it was great to actually see. I know that I didn't jump on as much as I should have done, but when you're trying to do two things at once and speak to people and read a chat at the same time, it's quite hard to sort of hold it all together. So I do apologise for missing large sections out of the chat, but I will go back through them now. I'll probably stay on for a little bit before my tea. So I'm going to start with, so Sheridan says, Jesus, that was quick. I was expecting a live chat like next week. Super bonus, just finished work and a bad day. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sheridan. Yeah, it was the last minute. Well, I spoke to him on Wednesday. And did a bit of a check to see if it was okay to do, and I thought, why not? And Friday suited them best, so It ended up being on Friday. But like I say, Sheridan, going forward, I've already said it in the chat, but going forward, I aim to have every single a guest on once a week. It'll be on a Sunday about 6 o'clock, hopefully. Unless it'll, it's to suit when they can be on as well. So if they can say, "Oh, I can do a Wednesday at 6 o'clock," then it might have to be a Wednesday, something like that. But yeah, I'm going to aim for 6 o'clock on a Sunday. So Mudlarks, don't forget to put Ant in the prize draw. Oh no, I won't play cards, right? Never won anything in my life, have I? And I go and win live in front of everyone. How cool's that? Buzzing. So yeah, play your card. I've never even played that game before. I saw it. Was it Michael Barrymore that used to do play your cards, right, years ago? Or am I just making that up? Where are we? In the chat. Haworth would be a great topic, Laura says. Yeah, brilliant. Haworth, I think my dad went up there not long ago. Julie says, DM, your videos are fantastic. They should be on TV. Thank you so much, Julie. Yeah, I mean, I've had one of them of my videos has actually been. It was on Sky, and it was the Little Island video. I was kind enough to get approached by a guy called what was he called? It's called Martin Logan, and he was called Irish in the UK, and he basically had a Sky channel, and anything related to Ireland that was sort of in England, they played it live on Sky, and he basically got in touch with me and asked would I come for an interview, which I met him in Reddish Vale, and had a bit of a chat, but it was weird because I'd never been interviewed before. Like, I've never been interviewed, you know what I mean? And they pulled this big camera out, like a big, massive like proper camera. And then we went onto the field, and there's people walking the dogs, and they're like, they're looking at me as if, who's this guy that they're interviewing, as if I'm some sort of like celebrity, and people were looking at me. And they must have been thinking, who is it? Oh, who is this guy? And it just made it dead finger, and I get a bit flustered, and I was like, can we do it again? Because I like fluffed it the first time round. But yeah, it was one of them, like, I was surprised that they'd come out with this big camera. But it went well in the end. If you go on Martin's channel on Irish in the UK, you can find him on Facebook, and you can find him on YouTube. And he basically, I have a bit of a chat with him, and then he plays the Little Island video, which I was really grateful for. And I was really grateful for even being approached for it, because it's nice from time to time when, like, I don't set out my video to try and, as long as it connects with the people like yourselves and you watch it and you get something from it and you enjoyed it, as long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters. But sometimes when you get approached for stuff like that, it's sort of a bit of recognition on your video, and it was really, yeah, not one to be proud of it, but I was a bit with that one, Little Island. I was proud of that, because it sort of stood up for the people that don't have a voice. They're long gone, and they didn't have a voice when they were alive, because they were just classed as, like, as brutal as brutal as it sounds, they were like classed as peasants to people and brushed aside. But there were people with feelings. They had feelings, they had emotions, they had families, they had lives, and there was never any consideration for them. So when I did Little Island, I wanted to be a bit of a voice for them, that they're not forgot. They did have lives, and it wasn't their fault they were born into that era. They didn't ask for that life, they were born into it. And you should never look down your nose at people in that way, I don't believe. You shouldn't look down your nose at anybody. And yeah, I didn't like the sort of the media speaking. Like, I look back on the old newspapers and was reading about them, and I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like it. So I thought I'll stand up for him a bit here. And look, it got a bit of recognition. It was on the TV. It was something that I actually rang and got my nan and granddad to watch on the telly, and my mum and stuff. So it was a bit of an achievement, really. So yeah, I'll just jump back in the chat. Sort my wig out. Jay says, love the local history behind these finds. Yeah, some of the finds that they've had there, I mean, they all tell a story, don't they? They all have a backstory, and each little remnant is like Amy said before, I wonder who the last person was that bought that and touched it to be lost for all them years and then end up in the hands of them. Unbelievable. Paul says, much different picking something out of the mud than off the table shelf. Pardon me. Days of Horror says, brilliant. Sorry, where's it gone? So what happens is on my chat is I'll be reading them out, and because I'm so far behind, when someone else comments, it drops right down to the very bottom. Sorry. Thanks for tonight. You've done great, hon. You deserve more beers, and I'll catch you next time. Looking forward to seeing the Pendle Witches. Thanks a lot, Tracer. I just want to say thanks to Ian as well. Ian Madams, thank you for coming on, mate. Ian's always sort of stood by the channel and always took the time out to watch him. So if you are still on, Ian, thank you very much, mate. I do appreciate your support. Mudlarks says, thanks, that was fun. It was fun. Thanks for coming on, guys. Charlotte says, and I found your channel through Mick and Sarah and binge watched. Always look forward to your videos. Thank you for making such great content. Got to go, but really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Charlotte. And this is the beauty of YouTube, isn't it? And interacting with other YouTubers, because you sort of, if you sort of like a certain YouTuber and then, you see that they've interacted with another one, you always go on their channel, have a look at them, and you end up enjoying them too. So it's like, it's brilliant. Mudlarker says, Brucey, not Barrymore. Of course it was Brucey. What did Barrymore do? Strike It Rich, wasn't it? Strike It Lucky, or something like that. Barrymore was crackers, wasn't it, back in the day? It was Bruce Forsky. Brilliant. Anything you do will grow your channel. So well deserved. You're going places. I promise you that. Just wait and see. Tremendous things are coming. Thanks a lot, Sheridan. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Hiya, Jasmine Marquez. Hope you're well. Julie says, yeah, you bring the people to life. Ian says, reminds me of Del Boy comes out of the big cat with a big camcorder. It was a bit like that, actually, mate. Alex is Amy's sister. Hi, Alex, you all right? I hope you're all right. Tell Angus and the kids I said hiya, because he's done well. What was he today? Did he get a little mention at school? Tell him I love him, and I love them both. Love you all. Sheridan says, you should never look down on anyone unless you're helping them up. Very, very true. True that, Sheridan. Barrymore left TV to become oh, God, I can't say that one, mate. I can't say that. So, right, people, it's been 1 hour. What's it been? 123 minutes. I've been rambling on here. What I will say, if you have anyone that you would think would be interesting that had come on for a bit of a chat, like I say, it doesn't have to be anyone. It don't even have to be a YouTuber. It doesn't have to be anyone of note. Just someone that you think's an interesting character, and they're a sort of expert in the field, so they might have an interest that they really know everything about. And like I say, I love listening to people that on a subject that I know nothing about, because it enlightens me, it tells me, and I'm always willing to listen. And if you find anyone that is interesting and you think would be great, whether it's music, whether it's a fellow YouTuber, whether it's an author, an actor, a musician, anything, just anything, or just a general character who'd be a great, to have on for a bit of a laugh. And like I say, the people that I don't get on, one night I will open it up and I'll send links out to people that if they want to come on. for a bit of a chat, basically. Strike it lucky, that was it, mate. He's a school counsellor. He's eating his tea and said he needs to FaceTime you this weekend because he needs tips on how to make a YouTube video. Oh, that's my little nephew, that. We'll tell him to ring me tomorrow, and I'll FaceTime with him. I'll have a catch up with you all. The Barrymore comments are just killing me here. Absolutely killing me. You've inspired him to make his own videos and wants to know about mics and editing. Well, yeah, I can tell him about that, Al. No problem. So, everyone, thank you for watching. I'm going to wrap it up here now. And if you're watching back later on, then thank you for just coming on and checking out everything. And like I say, I'll have someone on each week. We'll have a chat and a catch up with everybody. Don't forget to go over and subscribe to Manchester Mudlarks. Follow them on Instagram. You can follow them on Facebook. Don't think they're on Twitter, but they're on YouTube, everything like that. And they're really nice people, as you've seen them tonight. Look, just genuine people. And they have a bit of fun on their channel too, doing play your cards right. And they've always got something going on, which is great. I think it's great. Loads of content. So, until we meet again, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and have yourself a great, great weekend. And I'm trying to end this live, and I don't know how. Oh, there it is, the X in the corner. Take care. Have a great weekend, everyone. Cheers.